Old recap from the weekend. We did some fishing at Headwaters, had a good time. The week before, we were at Lake Toho, and a little before that, we were at Okeechobee. We've had a pretty good run the last month, going through a couple birthdays, and him growing up and getting to go fish some of these bigger lakes is a lot of fun. Okeechobee, we had a lot of wind, and we fought it, and it was hard. But we actually caught an 8-pound fish out of there, caught a couple really solid fish, and I got to say, those lake fish, those natural lakes like that, those fish are strong.
Yeah.
I mean, they're intense. They fight way harder than the other fish in say Headwaters. Great lake, a lot of fun. The lake's not very old. They don't know if the fish don't have to fight as hard for a meal or something. They seem a lot lazier. We hooked up to an 8-pounder at Headwaters yesterday, and it didn't fight anything like that 8-pounder caught at Okeechobee. It was just a lot softer battle, but still a really cool fish, really pretty fish. It actually, like by length and kind of size, looked like it was going to be bigger. Didn't have the weight. That one Okeechobee was built like a bulldog, but I think that's just the natural lakes compared to man-made lakes. Also, we had a great time too, though. Okeechobee, Royal Mart Marina, that was great, reasonable priced. Thomas had fun there, running around, even fishing the ditches with some rogue kids and little shiners and stuff like that. But Laura, can I tell you what we got on the weekend with? What kind of stole the show for the weekend this weekend?
So it really showed with like the underspin.
This guy.
And that is him.
We like to run them on a little Smoky Chad from Bass Pro. That's kind of how the setup ends up working like that. So, great action, cheap, good setup. The underspins do like to blow off there sometimes. You got to keep an eye on them. There's a couple other brands that are worse. I've actually had them fly off when you're casting. These ones, at least, they seem to, you can pinch them on there and make them a little hardier. Rod's important for that setup. I struggled with it. Had it on a 7-1 X Pride with it was a medium heavy, but it was a little tighter action than the St. Croix. So I switched to a St. Croix, which was a little softer rod setup, and increased my hookup ratio tenfold. I was probably having 50%, really, really struggling, really getting frustrated. And getting mad because we were getting lots of bites and couldn't get the fish to stay on. Get them to the boat or a little ways in, they'd shake their head one time and they'd be off there. So I switched to that St. Croix 7-foot-1 on a Corrado, and it's got it done. I mean, almost 100% hookup ratio, got an 8-pounder out of it, and caught just a bunch of fish on that setup with that little smoked Chad, smoked paddletail from Bass Pro.
And the St. Croix was a medium heavy fast return.
Yeah, it has a fast. The fast is just where they are sensitive at it. So the fast is the sensitive at the tip, the moderate's in the middle, and the heavy's at the bottom. But worked out good. So a couple other things we've been catching them on out there. Chatterbait as usual. Chatterbait's always good. We like the gold and white with a little paddle tail on it. I think that's a 3.5 inch paddle tail. Gets it done. Berkeley setup right there. The slobber knocker works well, especially when the bites aren't hitting and you're getting a lot of wind. That thing seemed to do good in the wind. We were fishing a lot of sticks on Sunday, so we didn't use it as much because it likes to get hooked up to them sticks pretty quick. The bottom spin, underspin worked great. We did not really have a whole lot of trouble with that. The go-to at Headwaters for me, just fishing artificial. I want to catch fish. Speed worm. I like the June bug red and the June bug work great. Some of the other colors like the watermelon or the pumpkin, I do not seem to get the hits on. Yeah, that's kind of the setup I like to run right there. That's on a Metanium 7-foot-1 X Pride, but that's 1/8 ounce weight. 1/8 ounce bullet weight on a Trocar number 5. That's the worm hook that has the little tiny plastic piece right there. That really keeps the worm on there. Seems like it lasts forever. I get them blown off when they head shake. I haven't had no problem. I think I fished that one all day and caught several fish throughout the day. When the wind does lay down, would you like to throw twin spin out there?
Yep.
That's the green one. Thomas likes to throw that one quite a bit. I got the silver one I like to use right here. Caught quite a few fish out there. In morning time, just throwing over those hydrilla mats, just giving it a little twitch along there. Gets nice bites. We like our devil horses. The wooden plugs are fun. We got some antiques back there. We actually have an old one here that we're going to try out next time we go. It's a little different setup. It's kind of a popping, twin spin, whopping, kind of different kind of bait. We have another one that's actually made of wood that has little fins on the side that blows water out that we're going to try as well. But besides that, it's been pretty consistent. Always get our chance with cleanup crop. Got into these guys. It's set up right there. This one has the thumping tail, the big wide tail on it, as you can see right there. Get a little thumpy thump. This one has more of the finesse tail on it. This is called the Cleanup Crop by Crush City. It's a Rapala brand. Works really well. once again, I like the blue. That's a blue on blue, light blue, dark blue. I haven't had a lot of luck with the natural colors here. Had some luck at Okeechobee with it, but it's been good. Headwaters has been windy, but we've been able to make some good adjustments out there and fish pretty good and smart and stay out of it. Besides that, I think I'm tired. I think he's tired. I think it's time for us to get some rest and work hard through the week so we can fish hard next weekend. I think we'll probably be either Headwaters or maybe we'll get crazy and take off to Toho again the next couple weeks. That lake was a lot of fun. Really inexpensive lodging too. Over at the Richardson's Fish Camp. It was rustic, but it was fun. It was definitely rustic. What do you got, Thomas? You got anything else for everybody?
So the trailers to run on chatterbaits are around a
3.5 inch. That's a 3.5 inch.
like those.
That's a Berkeley bait right there. These are actually more of a standard 3 inch, but this is a pretty good one too. These actual fish shaped ones seem like they hold up a little bit better. They're a little tougher in the body. These ones they push off a little more water. This is a 3.8 inch. This makes a little disruption in the water. These little ribs, which give a little bit different. I think it's like vibration in the water. I think they're all kind of looking for something different. So if that's not working, that's a good wind. That's a little bit more subtle, but anything like that gets it done. We have had some luck on the black and blue as well. We actually had caught a lot earlier in the year, but that seemed like it's mellowed down. I like to put a sideways crawfish bait, give it kind of a bluegill kind of representation, and that gets a lot of bites as well, pulling through the hydrilla. As long as you're fishing the right kind of match, you can get in there where it's just too thick and it's hard to find the holes if you don't know what you're doing back there. So it's always good to be safe and keep an eye on your sonar and your radar, and make sure you know where you're at.
I'm ready. I have nothing else to say.
You're like interviewing a vampire sometimes, you know. All right. You guys have a great night. We're going to get some rest. Bye.
Bye.